Hello everyone, today's construction day 128.
All right, so early this morning, we went down to Dumaguete City, and we did a quick clip on buying some supplies. In this case, we bought a bunch of rice, 150 kilograms of rice. What we're doing is one of the local vloggers here, Justin Carmack, and also he has a channel called Critter Hunter. He has two channels. Kind of adopted a barangay, a village here in Down. We're not sure where it is, but we're going to find out tomorrow. And what he does, and now it's kind of grown where multiple vloggers are getting involved. And we buy a bunch of food. They actually have a pig that they're going to roast, and a bunch of food, and they have games and stuff like that. And so we wanted to get involved. So what we want to share with you, and we wanted to do this little intro for the longest time. You know, our channel is monetized, and we don't ask anybody for anything. No Patreon, nothing like that. But we do ask you guys to watch our videos, and you can help the channel by watching the entire video. And then if you can stomach it, watch the ads, and that just generates more revenue. And I'll tell you what we're doing with the money. And like I said, Wilma and I wanted to say this for the longest time. So we've received one check from Google, and that took forever because we had to wait for some code to come in the mail, and the mail in the Philippines takes months. So we finally got it. We finally got our first check. We're taking that check, and we're buying rice and food, one for this village, and two, Wilma wants to do 10 care packages for the local people around here and our guys. So that's what we're doing with the money, and we'll continue to do that. You know, I don't want to call it charity work because we're not asking for charity. All we're asking you is to participate. So you're part of this because you helped us generate that income by watching the videos and watching the ads. So you can assist the channel by watching more ads instead of hitting skip like I do every day. And then what I noticed on analytics, it really comes back and says, you know, your viewers are watching 50% of your video, 60% of your video, and it tells you how that compares to other channels. So, you know, my only ask is to try to watch the entire video, and then even if you just watch one ad to the end. Now it comes up 3 minutes, no way, hit skip. But again, it generates revenue, and like I said, 100% of our first check is going into food for Christmas. It just happens to line up because we just got the check like 2 weeks ago. It lines up perfectly with Christmas, and that's what we want to do. I told you guys we named our channel Building the Philippines for a reason, and I said that our channel may change at some part to you know, assisting or helping the Philippines or getting involved in the Philippines. We really want to be involved with the poorest of the poor, because guys, if you lived here, and some of the subscribers do, but a lot of you don't, if you lived here and seen how the average family struggles here, and again, I don't want to get on my soapbox and preach, but it will change you, and you'll be astonished. You know, you should thank your lucky stars that you were born in a first world country, and have the luxury of what you have, because a lot of people here just work hard just to buy food. And I've said this in another channel, on another video, and I want to say it again. You know, you ask some of the folks here, you know, what do you want? They say they want rice and dried fish. That's their answer. So we're trying to do some positive things in the community. Can't wait to get involved in Feed the Village with Justin. We're very lucky to be able to join that cause, and we'll do that video. So I think Wilma's looking forward as well, right?
I am looking forward to it. Yeah. We'll have some games for the kids.
Yeah, Judea, and that's Justin's wife, and Wilma, and they did games last year, so it ain't like, you know, we're inventing this. I mean, it's just what Justin's already created. But I know Judea and Wilma have been talking about, you know, partnering and doing some games. And, you know, they take a little bit of money, 20 pesos here, bills, 20 pesos there, you know, a 50 peso bill, 100 peso bill. And then they have different games and they can win a little bit of money and stuff like that. So we really think it's going to be fun. We can't wait to be a part of it. And we want you guys to watch that video for sure. You know, we don't want to do too much video there because we don't want to invade anybody's privacy, but we do want to show the great work that Justin and all the guys are doing to really feed the village. So Merry Christmas to you guys, and let's get up and do some updates. We're here in downtown Dumaguete, and we're at OHL Rice Store, and there's the boss. And what we're doing this morning is picking up some rice for a little program that Justin Carmack, you can visit his channel, Justin Carmack or Critter Hunter. He has 2 channels. And he was ironically just here yesterday picking up rice, and then he did some other shopping for something that he started a few years ago called Feed a Village. So he kind of adopted a local, call it barangay village in Darwin. Justin's from Darwin. And what he does is now it's kind of grown into a larger thing where other vloggers have joined in. So since Wilma and I just joined this community here in June, we made friends with Justin and his wife Judea. We're helping out. So what we did, and I will show the operation, but we just picked up 225 pounds of rice. So there it is there. 2 50 kilogram bags. So how many bags are in here? So it's 20 bags total?
Yeah.
So there's 20 5 kilogram bags of rice. Okay. So we picked up 100 kilograms of rice. And hear a loud motorcycle go by. But I'll just take a couple seconds and show this. And guys, you could go to Justin Carmack's channel and you'll see that they picked up rice here yesterday. But look at all the rice. It's something, right? And I just talked to one of the ladies here, and they have a stall downtown at the market. And then they turn around and bring the rice from this warehouse to the market. I mean, guys, look at the rice. Tons and tons of rice. Remember, rice is life here in the Philippines. I'm sure all of you know. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snacks is usually all comprised of rice. So I don't know how many bags are in here, but it's definitely a lot. So the operation, what they're doing is they're bagging up in 5 kilogram bags. So there's the boss. So you can see the operation here. Mayong buntag. So they're going through and they're taking the larger sacks of rice, which is 50 kilograms, and then they're bagging them up in 5 kilogram bags. Wow. Watch one more. And that's how we purchase the rice. So they'll go ahead and take that and put 10 bags in a bigger sack. And we'll just give them out as gifts for the village. So again, what Justin does every year is he goes into this village that he kind of adopted. And I believe it had something to do with the Typhoon Odette. I'm going to have to verify that. But every year, a bunch of vloggers get together. Like I said, we're joining in. And we just bring a bunch of food, and they do games and things like that. And we're going to do some of the vlogging. We'll do a short vlog there. I don't know how much we'll do, but we'll do some just to show you how much fun we're going to have. And Wilma and I are very, very happy that we can join Justin in this Feed a Village. So are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Yes.
Is it tomorrow or Friday?
It's,
tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna meet up with Justin tomorrow morning, and then we're gonna head off to the barangay. We don't know where it is yet. We know it's in Darwin, but we don't know exactly where it is. And I think we're in the way here, so we're gonna have to move. But yeah, feed a village, and you guys will see a video that we'll put together tomorrow. All right, so we just got in a truck, and Wilma said, hey, can we do the same thing in our little barangay? Can we, you know, do 10 care packages for our little barangay? And there she is. So she ran back in, and we're gonna get 10 more bags, and she's gonna do 10 care packages. You know, she'll put sardines and spam and noodles and things like that. So she wants to do a little feed the village in our little barangay as well. And we'll pick out 10 families and give that out too. So there she is, and we're gonna throw 10 more sacks of rice in the pickup. All right, there's another 50 kilograms of rice. They brought the first 2 bags so quick I couldn't get the camera turned on. Very good. Thank you. Salamat. All right, there we go. That's a lot of rice. Another cloudy day. Looks like it may shower, so we'll see. It looks like it showered overnight because the dirt is a little wet, and you can see the stones here are not that white color because of the rain. But we're going to make a change here. When we started working this yesterday, this 45-degree elbow was just too steep, and what it did is it drove the pipe too far down, and then another 45 out would have the pipe actually going up into the air. So that's just not ideal. So we're just going to make it simple. What I just instructed Janelle to do, and he's going to do that now. He's just going to go down here from this elbow, and this is all glued. He's going to go down about 3 feet and just cut this pipe and just let the exhaust water, because remember, the only water that's coming through this is any water behind the pergola, because the pergola has a roof on it, but any water behind the pergola that doesn't perk down into the ground will pick up in the drain and come down here in this 3-inch pipe. So will there be water coming down here? I would imagine real hard rains there would be, but we'll find out. So it rained here pretty hard yesterday, and there was no water coming through here. But anyway, we're going to go down 3 feet, and we're going to cut this. And then what we're going to do is just, you know, take this dirt and just continue pushing it. But we're going to take larger rocks and just fill this area from here to the end of the rock wall, which is about where that ladder is. So right here. Because remember, we're only working right now from the rock wall back. We're not doing anything yet with the garden area. So we're going to put large rocks in here, and then we're going to come back after that and put all the smaller rock on top of the larger rock. And it's going to be pretty thick. I would say 2 foot thick at least, between the big rock and the small rock, at least 2 foot, all the way through here. So then any water that does come down this 3-inch pipe would just exhaust here, and then the fact that this drops like 8 foot and all the large rock and the gravel, it has no choice but to go down and follow the line all the way down. And you can see there's a trench all the way down to the front fence, and that's a gradual taper, because you can see the taper. See how the fence drops, right? Goes down, 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 down. So it's a steady drop all the way down. And then what we'll do is we'll use the remainder piece, right? We'll have all that 3-inch pipe left, and we'll make a bunch of, I'm not sure how big they'll be, maybe 8-9 inch for weep holes. And in the front of the fence here, and that'll be all steel in the front, all grading. But the 4 or 5 courses of hollow block right at the right level, we'll put all weep holes, especially in this corner where this water will be running. and then of course by the gate area, and then especially on the other side of the gate because of the fence line there. So the majority of the water will run down this fence line and run down this fence line just by design. So we'll put the weep holes, and then if it does get a lot of water and it doesn't drain into the ground, it won't puddle at the end of the property, which is the lowest point, and start building up water. The weep holes will allow the water to go through the fence and then out into the road, and then eventually, you know, it'll just continue on down and go down the property, or just go left or right down the road. But it'll get the water off the property. So a little bit of a change, and we're going to be working on that today. All right, the first of the tiles in the main room, the porcelain tiles, are going in. So we wanted to have the full tile here in the front where all the glass will be. So that was a big decision that we had to make. And then we also didn't want any pieces here. We wanted to be a full tile here in the front. Now with the stagger, there'll be one piece there. But we wanted this corner piece to be one full tile up against the tile for the master. So that was what we were working on yesterday. But Robert's working away, and we just really love this tile. It's a nice porcelain. It's really not slippery at all. We have very similar tile in Leyte, just different color. And it really goes with the theme of the house. And it gives a little bit of color. It's not white. As you can see, it has beiges and tans. Has some whites in it that I'll pick up on the wall. But we wanted it to be a little off color. We didn't want it to be pure white. And then obviously it should not show dirt too much. I mean, it's sandy up here, and this is a sandy color. So we really like it. It's starting to go in, and we'll see the progress throughout the day today. Looking good, Robert. So if you guys are wondering if there's a pattern on this tile, the answer is yes. There's a pattern on all the tile. So when they do their back butter, they're not putting cement where the arrow is. So can you see that arrow? So if you put all the tile one way, you know, in that direction, whatever direction that you choose, and we chose this way. So all the arrows for all the tile will point in one direction. It will match all the tile, or at least that's what I'm told. So it's some sort of a pattern, having all the, I guess, veins all go in one direction. So when they do the back butter, if they cover the arrow, and when they give the tile to the tile setter, he won't know which way it is. Now he can look at the tile and see the grains and decide. But what they do is they just don't put cement just around where the arrow is. So then when the helper hands the tile to tile setter, Robert here, he'll see the arrow and then make sure it's all going in one direction. So you can see how they notch the cement, drop the tile in place. You can see how we're doing the pattern, right? One tile, then two, and then it'll be one tile and two. Again, very tight for joints, just one rivet. And then he has his mallet that he's just tapping to make sure that everything is tight and pushed down into these notches. And then once he's satisfied, he just moves on to the next tile. To add another layer of complexity, and I'm glad we got here early enough this morning, because we had to actually move two tile. So there's two types of tile here, it's a pattern. So not only does the arrow have to go in one way, but if you see, there's one with the white grain, and then the next one does not have a white grain. It has a brown vein. So we want to go every other. So they did good all the way across just by chance. But then and then the second row they were good, but then over here they got out of sequence. So we had to just pop 2 tile. These 2 tile had to switch to keep the pattern going. So I'll show you again. See the white swirl right here? And then here it's the brown vein. And then the next one has the swirl. Next one, the brown vein, white swirl. So it's very important that they do that properly. So we just went over that with the guys. And when you open up a box, because I told them they may have to open several boxes, but when you open up a box of 4, there's 2 and 2. So as long as they hand it correctly, they don't have to open multiple boxes. Now, if in a box there's one broken, then obviously that throws everything off. You would have to open up a second box to get back into the right pattern because one broke. You just can't use the next one in that box because now you'd be out of rotation. So again, I'm glad we caught it, and we want to make sure that these tiles are put down with the correct pattern, so it makes it look the best overall. All right, so like I mentioned yesterday, the porcelain tile has to have this white powder on it. So this is 2 sand, 1 bag of cement, and then 1 bag of, they call it glue. They say it's very sticky. Tile grip. I think I showed it on yesterday's video. And the guy said that it really makes the mix very sticky. So it's 2 bags of sand, 1 bag of cement, and then 1 bag of the true grip.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
It's cement on top of the tiles driving me crazy. So I'm trying to go over it. This is my first pass, trying to get some of it off, and then I'm going to let it dry. And when I come back in and try to do it again, just to try to get some of the, the cement residue off.
You just can't watch them anymore, huh?
I can't stand looking at it no more.
I get a headache every day.
So hopefully it comes a little better, and some of it's coming off. I mean, there's going to be some pieces we're going to have to get down with like a piece of plastic and just kind of scrape it off because the mop's just not getting it, but it's getting probably 90% of it. So it's not bad.
Make sure you do a good job.
Always.
Oh, you're gonna get fired. Always doing something.
All right, so yesterday we showed the boys being good. So today we're showing them being bad. They came out of their pen. They were able to jump up onto the main floor here in the main room. And they've been chasing mommy around. Wilma and I have been sitting just watching. Sandy's been playing with the puppies. But I guess they're hungry. And it just looks like Sandy wants no part of it. And these guys have been running around here for the last several minutes. So she's feeding them a little bit. You can see she's playing with them. And she was jumping around here not too long ago. I didn't get it on video. But she was definitely playing with them. Just running around the room. And they were trying to keep up with her. So they definitely have some energy here as compared to yesterday. So they're trying to get something to eat. So I think it's time to introduce them to some solid food. So we'll get some powdered milk or condensed milk or something, and then rice, and let's just see if they'll start to eat a little bit. It just seems like Sandy is starting to pull away from them a little bit. So she's been walking around, and Puppies has been chasing her down. And they've been venturing out a little bit. Just a minute ago, they were climbing into cement. So Wilma had to chase them down. Stand still, Sandy. Let the boys get something to eat, okay?